In this video, we're going to take information from the user in the serial monitor and use it to turn on LEDs or speakers. Now, in this case, I'm just going to mimic what it looks like if I was to turn on an LED. You can do all the other stuff from your previous knowledge. So, just like our other video about serial monitors, we're going to do serial.begin. I'm going to use 9600. And I'm not going to put anything else in the setup. So I'm going to go right to my for loop. And what I'm looking for is first of all, when does the user actually give me some input? I could constantly be looking for input and trying to read what they put, but that actually causes a delay in my code. So what we want to do is see if there is input. It's an if statement. So if serial.available, meaning did the user write something? Put a little note here. Did the user write something? Now, if they did write something, then we can go and check what it is. So we're going to take it in as a string, and I'm going to call it user input. I'm going to say it's equal to serial dot, and we want read string. Now, it would be nice right away, we can just write that back and see that it's working. So serial dot print line, and I'm going to write out the user input onto there. And so we can just test this out right away. So we're going to upload this and open up my serial monitor. And so as soon as I type something in, like hi, it is now available. So I wrote something in there and you can see it wrote it back to me. Seems like it's working. And I can just write like print. I could write on. And it looks like it's working pretty good. I got this weird other extra space here. So that's like hitting the enter key. So a \n there. We're going to deal with that in a moment though. So now we know, yes, this is working. So what I want to say is if the user input is equal to on, then I might turn on an LED. So I would turn on LED, a speaker. Instead, I'm just going to write on serial.println, and I'm going to say turn on LED. Now we got some other choices. We might as well do them right now. I'm going to say else if the user input is equal to off, then the same thing. I'm going to do a serial.println, and we'll say turn off LED. Finally, if it's not on and it's not off, then I just want it to do nothing. So I'm going to say else, and I'll just do a serial.println. And I'm going to say invalid command. So we're basically waiting for the user to enter something. If they say on, turn on the LED. If they say off, turn off the LED. So use like a digital write. And if it's neither of those things, just say it's invalid and do nothing. All right, let's play this out, see how it looks. So I'm going to say on, and I get invalid command. I get off, and I get invalid command. Now I put just anything and, well, yeah, I should get invalid command. The reason I'm getting invalid commands though is because of this weird enter that we saw here. We need to get rid of this extra space that we have. It's actually pretty easy. All we have to do is go up to where we took in the user's information, and we're going to trim it. So user input dot trim. Now what that does is it gets rid of any white space before or after. So if the user accidentally puts a bunch of spaces before, or if an enter is somehow entered afterwards, then hey, it's going to get rid of that stuff and we'll just be left with whatever they actually wrote. So let's see if that works now. So we're going to go into here, we're going to type on, and now we have, yes, turn on LED. If I say off, turn off LED. And if I just put gibberish, I get invalid command. So now you have a way that the user can actually write into the serial monitor and control speakers, control LEDs. This would be really good when you're doing lots of your testing.